Hi everyone, it's me, Leah. I know you guys missed me a lot. So I'm gonna share you a part of my day just just because I love you guys and I love you, future Leah, if you're watching this. Yeah, so the main goal for this video is we're going to rescue the flowers that has given to me. So it's dying because I received a bouquet of flower, red rose. Thank you for this nice bouquet of flower. So I received this the other day. So it's so nice and I really do appreciate the person who gave it to me. I love red roses and this is my favorite flower, red rose. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm going to put it in the vase. This is the vase, so the vase. I remember last time I filmed, doing the same thing. But I don't know if I did upload it in my YouTube channel, but this time I'm going to upload it. So yeah, join me as I transfer this flower from the vase so it won't die off. I mean, it's very obvious that everything that has life will be dead in the near future, especially if you take it out from the roots, from the ground. That is why we have to put it on the vase so that it can have its nutrients and live and stay beautiful for a bit while. So yeah, recently I had a major life challenge in my life, which was, a family friend died. Yeah, I just want to tell you guys that I have been in a difficult moment last week. Not last week, it's like 2 weeks ago. So here you go. It looks good. So if you receive this kind of flowers, they come with a certain like glucose or like sugar that you have to mix in the vase with water. You have to mix with water inside the vase so that the flowers can live longer. So 2 weeks ago, a close family friend died and it really broke my heart. So yeah, wait. So before I put it on here, I have to cut it here. To cut this part of the stem so that, it has a newly opened wound to absorb all the nutrients that's in the water. And then, yeah, let's continue the story. And then it was really shocking thing to me because that person is a very kind and generous person. Oh my god, it's hard. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'll just put it directly. Just so. I think it's enough. Yeah, and then let's put this ribbon on. So it was really a shocking news to everybody because he was a very generous man, a healthy looking man, but he has his vices like smoking and drinking. And and he has no family. I mean, he has his mom and siblings, but he never had a family of his own. So most of the time, most of his day offs, he would spend it with our family. He would, especially in my family, my immediate family. So I was used to him going to our store every Saturdays and Sundays. And then him and my father are a very close friend. And when he was alive, I still feel, empathy. I don't pity him, but I empathize to him being lonely because I am lonely most of the time. And I was like, there are stuff that we can't really control. Like, even though how we would want to help somebody, if they don't want to help themselves, then we cannot blame ourselves from that. So I was thinking that I empathized him. So I was thinking that I do have empathy for him of being all alone by himself most of the time. That is why he chooses to be with our family during his day offs. And I appreciate that as well because my dad is in his 60s and he has no friend to call and to be with. So I was like, that's the only advantage. I mean, that's the only benefit I can get from him, that he could accompany my dad. And he was a very kind and generous man. But I can see through his eyes the hopelessness for the future. He, dedicated his whole life for his family, for sending his brothers, siblings to college, to school. And then, yeah, they end up getting married and have their own lives. And he was there, left all alone, without no one, without nobody. And that's what I realized. Like, it's not good to be selfless. I mean, it's his choice to do all those responsibilities, and maybe he's a bit scared of being irresponsible father or something. But I mean, it's never too late for us, for those people who's been single, who's been divorced just recently. You have to take time and never lose hope of finding the love of your life, or if it's not love, at least partner in your life. You don't have to really love each other, but maybe you can work together to accompany each other through old age, and maybe brotherly or something, just to help each other not to feel, lonely and unhappy. But when he was still alive, I can sense that he can see something in the future. I think that is why he just let go of himself, like drinking and smoking and stuff. And maybe he can feel something wrong with his, internal stuff. But that is that is why, like, it doesn't give him any purpose anymore, because he's done with his purpose. Like, he was able to successfully send her brother to school, and then ended up they got their own family, and some other siblings have their own job, and he ended up like being alone at home, purposeless and meaningless. So maybe my family gave him a bit of a purpose, just like in the last days of his life, because he is very generous to my family, especially to my dad, to me. And knowing that he's not that, rich, he's not that, well off, but he's willing to give everything he has to our family, to us. Maybe it's his way of appreciating that we can see him, that we can accompany him, that we distract him from thinking about the future or something. And also, not not only that, I concern him. My family concern him. Not because he is our family, but because of the advantages of having him. It's just a byproduct of being generous. That's why. But we can only be concerned to that person at a certain level. So having a family gives you, like a person that loves you in unlimited way, just like us loving our parents without any limitation and unconditionally. So I mean, yeah, we give him love, but I think it's not enough for him to give him purpose and give him more, drive to live. So I think I should free myself from being guilty from that situation. But I think I did my part. I advised him to check his health, to stop smoking, and to maybe minimize his, like vices. So, yeah, this vlog is all about, expressing my side of the story and maybe freeing myself from the guilt that I felt and what ifs. So that would be all, and see you again in my next vlog. Stay productive and happy, and be more attentive and kind. Bye!